Hi, are you a working mom struggling to balance your office, home, and kids? Do you feel like there is never enough time in the day? Well, you are not alone. But with a little planning and right approach, you can manage your time well. I'll share here 10 tips which will help you to manage your time well and manage your career as well as family. Let's get started. So, tip number one is plan your day ahead. So, I would prefer that you plan your day a night before. What you do is you write your 3 to 5 things which you are going to do in a diary. I'm not saying that you write it in any app because that will lead to digital distraction. So, what better is that you write in your diary and prioritize it. That is the most important thing. The most priority thing should be written at the top, then next, and then next. Low priority things will be should be in the last. Then you categorize them into work, home, and personal tasks. You can use different colors for it, like blue for work, red for home, and green for self care, so that you it becomes very easy for you to visualize the things. Categorize. If there is any meetings which you have to attend, just put them in the list and you are on the go. Tip number two is follow the 80-20 rule. So, 80% of the results come from 20% of the efforts. Rather than you focus on all the 100%, you focus on the most important 20% of the work, which will bring you 80% of the results. So, these will be only 2 3 tasks per day. Don't get stuck in the minor details. That it's better to do the things rather than not doing it, rather than being perfect. And if you feel something doesn't add value, then either delete it or delegate it. So instead of trying to clean the whole house every day, focus on maintaining just the main living area. Coming to tip number 3, which is the most important tip, I feel like you delegate and share responsibilities. You don't have to do everything alone. Smart delegation is the key. Share household chores with your spouse, kids, or a helper. Involve kids in simple tasks like folding clothes, setting the table, or organizing their toys. Keep a weekly shopping list in your diary so groceries don't become last minute stress. Every Sunday, write a task list in your diary and decide who will do what during the week. Now, coming to tip number 4. So, as a mom, finding quiet time during day is very tough. So, use early mornings or late nights for focused work. Morning routine like wake up an hour before your kids rise and use that time for planning, reading, and deep work. Night routine, use this for self care, journaling, and preparing for the next day. Suppose your children sleep at 10. You can take half an hour after that and use it to relax, plan, and read. Next tip is set clear work and home boundaries. So, when you work in a co office, and it is very easy to mix home and work and personal time. But to stay efficient, you need to set clear boundaries. Fix your work hours and let your colleagues and family know it. Avoid personal calls during work hours and actually say no to social media. After work, switch off from the office mode and focus on your family. Tip An added tip is if someone tries to add extra work to your plate, politely say, I have planned my schedule today. Can we discuss this tomorrow? Coming to tip number 6. So, this says that use technology smartly and keep it diary for planning. I use I prefer to use a diary because always using your phone or apps for recording the things, it creates a digital clutter and always you are attracted towards checking social media. So what I do is, although I do keep a small to-do list in my WhatsApp, but in my WhatsApp, so that is actually pinned at the top. So but most of the things, if I'm in urgency, I'll use that to-do list. Otherwise, what I do is I write the things in diary. I do all the plannings in diary and stay away from phone or digital social media. Coming to tip number 8. I love this tip. This is about kids. So what if you set fixed routines, kids are likely to follow it. So there should be a routine for meal time, for playing, for study time, and during work hours give kids independent activities like coloring, puzzles, books, and independent reading, doing school homework, etc., and maintain a consistent bedtime routine for yourself as well as for your child, so that both of you stay healthy. So, tip number 9 is this is the most life saving and time saving tip. You all know it, I know it, but you don't use it. So, this is the art of saying no. How to do that? At work, if someone asks you for extra help and but you are busy, you can say, I would love to help, but I have a deadline today. Let us schedule it later. At home, if a relative invites you for every function, you can politely decline and say, I wish I could come, but I have a prior commitment. So if you write 3 priorities in your diary, it becomes very easy to say no. So follow this to save time. This is the this is tip number 10, and this is the most enjoyable and most important tip. So you cannot pour from an empty cup of tea. The cup needs to be full. Then only you can take out from it. So you need to take care of yourself. You need to create time for yourself. Schedule 30 minutes daily for self care, exercise, meditation, journaling, or just having a cup of tea. Make sure you get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Plan a small me time every Sunday, solo coffee, outing, reading, or just talking to your best friend. And write a self care section in your diary. If you plan it, you will do it. Wrapping up in the end, so managing time as a working mom is challenging but possible. Plan your day the night before, focus on important tasks, just not stay busy, set boundaries, and take care of yourself. All the best.